Hi, Kirk here. Just bringing you a quick tip when you are installing your new brake lines onto the Cade bike. I use Spiegler lines. That's pretty much what I use exclusively here. So when you install your lines, a lot of guys they gulp a lot of air into the ABS unit, and I found a way to really kind of minimize that. I wouldn't say that it eliminates it, but it truly minimizes that risk. So what I've done here now, I'm just showing the rear brake now, but I will just show you what I've already done on the front brake. But on the rear brake here, what I did is I put a hose clamp on this here. I then released this one first so as to not pull any additional fluid out of that line. So I broke this seal here, cracked that open and made sure the banjo bolt was loose, and then I went about removing and replacing the line right here. Now I've already put this line into place. I'm not going to demonstrate how to do that again. If you want to see how to do all this stuff, please check out my other video, the whole video on changing out all of your brake lines. But this is just a demonstration of just to help out with minimizing the amount of air that gets trapped in this whole system if you let all this drain out. So I've clamped this here. I've replaced the line. I've already torqued down the line here on the master cylinder, and it's now still just loose up here. So with that being loose, now I can let gravity do its thing. This is taller than this over here, so if I let gravity do its thing here, pull this off, you'll see my paper towel down there will start to get wet. Yep, see it, there it is, it's getting wet. So I got the paper towel in there just so I don't drip it all over my lift and all over the rest of the bike here. But I'm going to let that run for a little bit and just kind of drain out. Now while that's doing that, I'll show you what I did up in the front. First, let me just put a little bit extra in the reservoir. Help gravity a little bit more. Okay. So I'll let that drain for just a second. So up here in the front, what I did is, you get that line that goes right up in here. You get this line. So before you do that, drain out your reservoir and maybe stick a rag in there to just let it drain out all the way to get all of it out. And then down here at the junctions, loosen this one up first and pull this one out. So let it drain here. So just put a rag down inside here and let this area drain out. Replace this line then. Now before you go and put the line in, fill up the reservoir and start doing your tapping here a little bit. You're going to tap with this to let the air bubbles kind of come out, and you'll see eventually the fluid will start coming out down here. Screw this in as it's flowing while you're letting that happen, and then go ahead and snug it up. You don't have to wrench on it totally yet, but you just want to snug it up and then go back about. So basically you're just kind of bleeding this area right here. After you get this one done, you get this one tightened up, you'll feel that you actually have pressure in the line. When you when you go up here and you push on your thing, you can actually feel that you still have pressure. So you've saved all the fluid that's still in the line here going over to your ABS unit, and that's a great thing. See, that really minimized. I might have just a real tiny little bubble trapped somewhere right in here. That's totally fine with me, because I'll flush out at the ABS and go about it the rest of the way. But I've minimized the great deal of air that can get trapped in that line. I'm going about this one here the same way. So work from the top down. Break this open. It really won't drip much at all right from here. But if you pull it here, it might actually pull a little bit extra out of this line, and you don't need to do that. So just crack that seal there and then go about changing all of your brake lines. So when you flush that ABS, especially if it's the powered ABS like this one has, this is an 05, it will push the rest of that through, and that's not going to become an issue. So just a quick little tip to show you guys kind of what I do here. See, I've actually run quite a bit of fluid through this now. So I'm going to go ahead, get this closed up, and continue on with my brakes on this bike. So take care.